Nick Fuentes, yeah, the
Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Your body, our choice.
guy, sat down with Tucker Carlson and spent 2 hours explaining why women are terrible. They're too liberal, they're too assertive, too sarcastic, too everything. Basically, women are the problem, not him. Definitely not him. The 27-year-old who's never lived with a woman knows exactly what's wrong with all of them. Let's watch this expert analysis.
I just feel like we have I don't feel like we have an abundance of affection from women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in terms of where the pendulum is at, I feel like the women are very unloving to the men. That's why like they don't cook. Because that's like the best way to express a love for a man. I said this on my show the other night. I'm like, the most beautiful words a woman could say is like, I made you dinner. I made you cookies.
Here's a wild idea. Maybe get into one relationship before writing a dissertation on what's wrong with the entire gender. Maybe talk to people who don't look and think exactly like you do. Revolutionary concept, I know.
Women are not really providing too much. They expect so much from the men. They want the man to be rich and provide.
Yeah.
They want the man to be fit and a real leader and a real man.
I've seen plenty of relationships where the man is not fit, not rich, can barely string two sentences together, and they found someone to love them. The problem isn't women's standards. The problem is you, Nick.
They also want to split the chores with the man. They want the man to do half the laundry and half the dishes and things like that. And it's like, so what do you do all day? You're on TikTok, you're like doom scrolling and eating Cheetos. Like what actually are you providing in the relationship? So I just feel like in terms of the deficit, it's like women are very emboldened. They're too, I think, assertive, always giving their opinions, always critiquing, always I think that they're very bold right now. And sarcastic. I think that's a big reason why they're not very attractive.
So let me translate what Nick just said. Women expect me to do chores, have opinions, and use sarcasm, and I find that very unattractive. Just say you're not attracted to women. It's 2025. Nobody cares, but don't blame them for your issues. If your partner works full-time, then yes, chores should be split. That's called fairness. And as much as Trump wants us back in the 1950s, a single income can't support a family of four anymore unless you want to live in poverty. So how does that work, Nick? What's your solution?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's the women. The women are extremely liberal. No one talks about that. They're increasingly they do, especially after the last election. There's a 45-point difference between men and women. The men are extremely conservative, increasingly. The women are extremely liberal.
You know what? It is going to be harder for MAGA guys to find women who actually want to date them because smart women don't hate themselves enough to tolerate guys who say things like, your body, my choice. Subscribe, join the resistance against weaponized stupidity.